Hey guys, welcome to the Vinyl Corner, and today we're going to be doing something pretty different for the channel. We're going to be doing an interview, this time with local Philly artist Ghais Guevara.
One, two, three, four!
Chain with us all like a Scarface. I've been a nigga to get it, I pay for a hair and a rent with a parlay. Crackers be trying to tell niggas was funny like they wasn't laughing at blackface. If I say I'm gonna kill me a cracker, that shit not a joke, it's a showcase. Hey, might fuck around and then post Sharia law on that rat scene. I don't give a fuck, ain't scared of nothing if that bitch bleed. Peep, they feel the guy hand. Knew I was a target and I turned that into finance. I stock here a lot, I hope this Glock ain't got a tap dance,
We're going to ask him some questions, kind of get his feel on how he's feeling after a couple years in the industry and all that good stuff. So, besides being Mr. Black Bolshevik, besides being the savior of Philadelphia, how would you describe yourself?
Angry, yeah. I don't know. Music is something I'm really, really good at. At a certain point, you get tired of being bossed around. So, I'm just somebody that's making music, and everything that's in my music is just me. Everything, my experiences. I'm just a person, just a dude.
Yeah, no, for sure. All that personality really comes out of your music, and that's something I think that's like really getting people into what you're doing. But you've been in the game for a while now. Taking it back a couple years, go back to the Jaja 00 era. How did you get into the whole music thing? Was it rapping first? Was it producing first? What was it for you that set it off?
I don't know, it's kind of weird. I always rapped, because like that's what niggas do. You know, you bang on lunch tables and you fucking rap. Well, that's like always one of the decent ones, I guess. I started making beats when I was like 16.
Cool.
And I didn't really get serious about it till I started like performing in high school, and niggas was like, yo, you're like talented.
Yeah.
Like, so when I started like, yo, you can rock a stage type shit, I was like, oh, so maybe I should take this a little seriously.
But since the jump, it seems like you're always working on something, whether it's a random beat tape, an EP, a single, anything in that kind of realm. Is it like kind of you have to sit down and focus on something, or is it like a natural intuition for you to like start something musically?
It depends. Like Black Bolshevik, when I put that out, that was kind of like on a whim. It's just like, I got these beats sitting here, they hard. Nobody try and buy them. So I'm just going to rap over them myself and do me. Shit like Super Slave was a little more thought out. It was a little more conceptual. I had to sit with it. Stuff like that. So it really just depends on what I'm trying to do. If I need money, if I don't need money.
Not exactly.
You know, shit like
we
that.
all gotta get
Yeah.
So when I was going through your discography, there's one thing I noticed and I was kind of like curious about. You really don't use many features. Is that a conscious decision? Because the only feature you have is Zen, which obviously he's known for like the Peggy stuff in the past, but not many people really know him. So like kind of, is that like a conscious thing? And how did you connect with Zen of all people?
Features are fucking expensive. I'm not gonna hold you. And a lot of people just aren't trustworthy. They don't really come through. You know what I mean? There was supposed to be a lot more features on Super Slave, but it just didn't work out. So Zen ended up being the only nigga that came through, being the professional he is.
Yeah, exactly.
I met him through the homie Fired Up on Twitter, BP, DJ Banana Peel. They have a collective, Pigs Fly Tonight, and that's where they met Zen through. He introduced me to Zen or whatever. And me and Zen just hit it off just based off that. So,
no, that's awesome. Yeah, your guys' connection, especially on that track, is super natural.
Yeah.
Like the way you guys bounce off of each other and work on that beat.
Yeah,
we became
homies like really quick. Him and everybody in MOZ too. They're just all really cool as fuck.
Moving on a little bit to you are definitely one of the most transparent human beings I've ever interacted with, whether that's your Twitter, you know, calling Eric Andre a Zionist, talking about your feelings on the Kanye West situation. Not a lot of artists are like really confident enough to do that, especially someone like your age and our age bracket. Has that ever brought about like problems with getting like people to jump on tracks and stuff like that, or like getting cosigns or deals and shit?
It's gotten me problems in terms of getting my ass beat. Definitely.
People,
gotten jumped a lot, but in terms of like the music, nah, I've never really had anybody go like, yo, you gotta censor this.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I did have somebody ask me for a radio version of a song.
Yeah.
And I told them I don't make radio versions of a song because what I'm saying is if we get to censoring curse words, then they're gonna want me to start censoring words like Zionist.
Yeah, no,
exactly. It's like, no go. Like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get this point across.
Your true feelings are going to be suppressed at that point.
Exactly.
No, absolutely. So we met the last time you performed in Philly at Legoland, and that was a really cool experience because I didn't even know what you looked like at the time. I just knew the music. So like I just saw this random dude playing Tekken with his friend for like a couple minutes, and then you were just like, yo, what's up? My name's Guyis. And I was like, holy shit. So it's like one of those like full circle moments where I was like, yo, you're 2 years younger than me. So it was like you were doing the exact same shit 2 years ago with the homies. So then after that, I ended up on the single cover in that picture. And that
funny
was
as
when like
fuck.
we really started talking a little bit
Yeah.
more in the DM and stuff like that. Was that like kind of like an important show for you, like enough to use it for a single cover, or was it just like a quick like you needed something for that single
Man, niggas started yelling my name. I'm like,
that was
yo,
crazy,
like,
bro.
like
still got footage from
it's
that last show. It was awesome.
like it's fucking insane. I was like, damn, I never knew like, I don't want to use the word power. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not
no.
power, but you can make a crowd of people feel something. You know
No,
what I mean?
exactly.
And that was my first Philly show, and probably my third show overall. So like the fact that I'm on my like third show, this
you already got
album
people.
just came out, and it's 60 people saying my fucking name. It's just like, yo, this is something.
No, yeah. And that
Yeah.
kind of greatly segues into the next thing I was going to talk about. You once said, I dropped an album and nobody bought it. So now you're getting all these interviews and stuff. You know, the needle drop thing happened, and I'm not going to elaborate on that because that's what I'm talking about. But, you know, how is it going from that kid that was like 20 making Black Bolshevik, just putting everything into it, to now you're getting the recognition where it's like you're selling out of your physicals in like a couple days or a couple hours, or you put up 5 copies of an autograph and it sells in 10 minutes?
I mean, first and foremost, I'm always grateful. You know, praise be to Allah. I'm
Yeah,
allowed to live this way. I don't have to work 2 jobs. I don't have to take no shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I gotta take some shit, but you know,
It's better to
selective.
deal with the boss's
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
But you know, it is a little scary because you get shit like people like from fucking Venezuela, like, oh yeah, you putting on for us. Thank you for shouting us out.
Yeah,
And,
no.
and it feels like you kind of have this load, this task, this duty to do right by millions of fucking people. You don't want to disappoint anybody. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
at the same time, you gotta take in the fact that don't let other people's crazy get to you. Like, don't internalize
Yeah.
other people's fucking insanity.
100% right.
So I had to start picking and choosing, you know, when a compliment means something, when a compliment doesn't, when an insult means something, when an insult doesn't. You know what I mean? And it's been hard.
No, for sure.
But you know, I threw myself in that role. I can't just give up now.
Kind of deep diving in your discography a little bit, there's a really great sample that, again, a couple people who may not know what wrestling is got offended at. It's a certain New Jack sample.
2 less we got to worry about. You understand? Keep up the good work.
So I gotta ask, who's your favorite wrestler?
My favorite wrestler? I'm a basic nigga.
Stone Cold.
It's
kinda
been
guy?
so fucking long ago since I've watched a fucking wrestling match. Like, I loved, like, obviously everybody liked Hardy, Jeff Hardy. Of
course.
I love that whole Randy Orton villain era. When he was
Heel
like
Orton
punting
was
niggas
a
in the head.
dope,
Yeah.
yep.
I fucking loved Vince. I'm not
Bro,
gonna lie.
Vince McMahon
he was
is
such a
top
bad
5
human
heel
being.
all time, bro.
Yeah, that was a big DX nigga. I love Booker T. Most of the black niggas that they put up there are corny as fuck, but Booker T was cool.
It's
I
cool
fuck
because
with
he's
Booker
still
T.
like going and doing
Yeah,
the
he's still, like,
commentating, and
going,
he's still
yeah.
putting on. It's
I do
great.
remember who I hate. Like, I didn't fuck with Kofi Kingston.
You don't like Kofi?
I didn't fuck with Kofi.
What about Kofi? Don't you like?
Too happy.
Too happy?
Stop
I
smiling.
totally feel
Like-
that. He's wearing way too many yellows
Yeah.
and bright blues. and
Exactly.
shit.
Like,
it's
you
like when's
beating
the
niggas
villain
up.
era coming,
Exactly.
bro?
Like, you
Kofi as a
fighting
heel would be
niggas.
crazy, especially with
exactly.
like Biggie and all them in his corner. That'd be
Exactly.
nuts.
Exactly.
So moving on from wrestling, we're going to talk about some more nerd shit real quick. I know you're a huge gamer.
I try to be, yeah.
From references to Ada Wong, the Blood-Starved Beast, and a bunch of other stuff.
It's so funny that you're catching these.
Yeah, no, like
Nobody's coming to me with these.
No, I really appreciate this kind of stuff because like this was my culture for the longest time. Like I was that nerdy white kid that just like went home from school, played Black Ops with his friends for hours, and then bought retro games and played old games and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like little references like that really like jump out to me, especially when they're so subtle. You have a Twitch channel, and you play a lot of games on there and stuff. Are you using that just as a platform to kind of play games and relieve some stress and interact with your audience, or is there like a grander idea of what you want to use that for going like in the future? Because I saw you did a stream the other night that I hopped in on where you're talking about ranking rappers.
Yeah.
So do you want to do some more stuff like that going forward on there?
Yeah, I want to do a little less gaming shit. Niggas keep on trying to like DM me and shit. I'm like, if you want to find out something about me, come to the streams. When I first started it was going to be like revolutionary shit. We did a group reading of Discourse on Colonialism.
Okay.
And we talked about that book for a little bit. But it's kind of hard to do when 4 people are popping in and out and not really paying attention. I got my Discord or whatever. I usually just like talking with my mods in Discord because they're all cool as fuck. But I'm just like, if I'm going to be sitting there playing games, I might as well try to make some sort of revenue from it.
No, for sure.
And it has helped out. It's been moments where I've been like stranded. Just last week I was stranded in fucking Atlanta. I ain't have no bread. And next thing you know, I wake
Eating
up in the
shitty
morning, eating shitty food.
That was a funny ass story.
Fucking
bro.
trash ass
Yeah,
Zaxby's,
whoever
bro.
recommended Zaxby's, fuck you,
Fuck
bro.
you, bro. But yeah, I woke up and it was like, yo, $100 from Twitch. I was like, oh yeah,
There you
let's
go.
fucking go.
Right at the moment
So it's like
you do this.
silly shit like that, like always having a hustle. But yeah, but I gotta stop doing that ranking rappers shit because niggas be getting their feelings hurt.
Yeah, for real. Like I remember, like I do a lot of stuff on Instagram with like top 10 albums of the year, and it's like, well, why'd you put that album at 6
Right.
and this at 3?
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
like, bro, I'm just talking about music I like. It's not that big.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
All right, and one last thing I wanted to ask about when it came to an obscure reference. You say that you're the savior of the city of Philadelphia. And coming from that, I need to know, who are some artists coming from this area, either, you know, big name, like a Soul Glow blowing up right now, or who are some like smaller people like putting on for the city right now that you want to tell the people about and get out there?
That's a good one. So shout out Soul Glow first and foremost. The homies, they put me on. Shout out Perseus. Shout out Alan from Earth. Shout out they whole clan, bro. Shout out Chioki. Shout out oh my God, there's so many people. They're gonna be mad that I didn't name them. Shout out to homie Lil 9, bro. Lil 9 2X. I went to elementary school with that nigga.
Okay.
He's got like 2 fucking songs out on YouTube. They got like 100K views already. I'm like,
I've never heard
I
of
want to
that.
meet who the fuck this nigga met, cause my shit not blowing up like that. Damn, it's probably more, but I can't think of them off the
Yeah,
top of
no,
my
that's a
fucking
good.
head.
Like I was
Yeah.
expecting just a couple, so the fact that you rifled off that was really, really nice.
Yeah.
So, kind of second to last question here. Again, referencing how you're always putting out something. You just put out the Job's Not Finished EP.
Yeah.
How do you put out so much music and not get burnt out?
I think I have just so much to say.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
it's been just like held up for a lot of years. I don't really believe in the concept of writer's block, as in there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
But more so, I don't know how to conceptualize what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, if anything, if I'm taking forever on the verse, it's because I'm trying to figure out a different way to say one thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So far it's been coming to me, you know, like you said, I make a lot of references.
Yep.
I try to grab everything from everywhere that I can. You know, like the Ada Wong bar, she want the Birkin like Ada Wong. You know what I mean? I could have just easily just like told
like a Birkin.
like she want a Birkin, you know, bought my bitch a Chanel bag, some basic shit like that. But
went that
you know,
extra mile.
yeah, I always go that extra mile, exactly.
Yeah, and that's
I'm
what I
always
appreciate.
willing to do that.
There's always like that little nugget. It's like, I didn't even realize until like about a week ago. You have that bar about backwash. How was it working with backwash?
Can you imagine your surprise? You wake up and one of your favorite artists DM you like, yo, you want to hop on the track? Like, it's like,
Yeah, no,
I
it's
was like,
crazy.
oh shit. And she was like, let me know if you need anything, da 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 da. Like, all genuine and nice.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, my nigga, I would do anything for you. And let me know if you need anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, the fuck? Like,
you're the one that's got like the name right now.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly,
You inspired
like-
me so much. So
But it was, she sent me the track, sent me a draft or whatever.
Yeah.
She was like, I want you to, you know, here's the hook. I want you to do your own little twist and just go off. Do you. I'm a big fan. I trust you. And she let me do my thing. Everybody fucking loved it. I'm so glad everybody loved it.
no, yeah, that was a really good collab. Like I even was talking to some people and I was like, these two doing like even just like an EP together would be like a really
That would be
cool
beautiful.
concept.
I hope we can make it happen.
Yeah, I hope one day that happens. And if that does happen, you heard it here first. So, last question I got for you guys. You talk a lot about how a lot of artists now are starting to lose their personality in their music, and they need to gain that somehow, whether it be, you know, pushing themselves away from the music and finding out what they really love and how to infuse that, or any other like kind of means.
Damn, I said that?
Yeah, you did.
Damn. I'm prolific as shit. I don't even remember saying that shit. Damn.
What advice would you give to that person that's kind of getting caught in that rut of making the Pop Smoke type beat or like the JPEG Mafia type beat
I do remember talking
and
about this
over?
actually. Well, first and foremost, niggas gotta, it's gonna sound mean as fuck.
And this is what I like about you. I want to hear this.
You gotta know when something ain't for you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Everybody wanna be a rapper. Everybody wanna be a ball player.
Yeah.
Everybody wanna be a superstar. You know, back in the 60s, everybody wanna be a pilot. You know what I mean? Like, everybody wanna be something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
for
we
real.
can't all be what we wanna be.
Yeah. Gotta pick
And
and
just
choose
because
your
you have a vision, like, I'm pretty sure ASAP Yams, RIP, wanted to be a rapper. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
He probably found out he couldn't rap, and now he was the creative director between one of the most influential
Yeah, and I
groups
hate
of
to be that guy, but he gets almost just as much credit for everything as Rocky. And like Rocky is
Pretty
like
much.
up there with the most important people in the industry.
So you definitely gotta know your strengths. But if you really about this rap shit, if you really about this creative shit, if you really about making something, you really just, my advice would just don't overlook anything, don't underestimate anything. You can be staying in the crib for a week straight, 2 weeks straight, just watching movies. Any semblance of inspiration that you can grasp, hold on to that shit.
Yeah, for
There's
sure.
so much little shit, and the world is so much bigger than we think. You know, like I said in like the Vice article, like if I'm just sitting here talking about my hood, you know, then what am I really
What are we
doing?
gonna get done
It's
here?
so
Yeah.
connected to
Yep.
everything the fuck else. And I know there's probably niggas in like Ethiopia or whatever the fuck that can hear at least a line or two and be like, yo, this nigga spitting. I know it's very American of us to individualize ourselves and not see the importance in the little shit, but
Yeah,
we got to
but
start
you
doing
can't,
that.
You can't build up a whole community as one
Exactly.
person. You need a village to raise a kid, as they always
Exactly.
say. You know, you need that collaborative effort with those around
Exactly.
you, and that's so important.
And I think the sample-based production is kind of like so cacophonous and so many references from so many different things.
And then that gets into a whole other thing because like so many people are trying to sample snitch and this
Uh-huh.
and that. So it's like, well, I'm trying to show my personality, but then there's
Yeah.
this like camp of people trying to keep me from doing that in a certain
Exactly.
way.
Yeah.
So it must be very like kind of confusing sometimes to navigate
Definitely.
that, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
you know, you're a guy that you're no bullshit. You know exactly what you want out of your music, and that's not going to stop you. And again, that's something I respect about you a shit ton. So
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say I thank you so much again for sitting down and having this chat. If you guys haven't checked out Ghais Guevara, you're sleeping. You need to go do that. Check out his last full length. He's got EPs, beat tapes. He's got beats for sale. What else you got going on, bro? What's going on with your future?
I'm gonna be touring. I don't know if I'm allowed to announce it. They'll see. They'll see.
Yeah, the guy, you may know his name now, but you'll definitely know his name within the next year. He's
Yeah,
going to be
yeah,
up there
too.
with the people
Yeah.
that are referenced among all of our favorites in the community. So thank you guys again so much. I'm excited for the show. and
Appreciate you.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
for
your
this.
time.